Well, because I think that in living in the States, you're living in one of the most brutal societies in the history of the world. You know, the country who inherited the genocide of the Native American peoples, a country which participated in chattel slavery, you know, the only country in the world to use and drop an atomic bomb on another country, society. The country which murdered and enslaved millions in Southeast Asia as a result of the Vietnam War. And we drew from the people who resisted. We were inspired because we feel that any society or any government or any system that is set up solely to profit a wealthy class, while the majority of the people toil and suffer and sell their labor power, so long as that system's only true motive is profit interest and not the maintenance and embetterment of the population to meeting human needs, then that society should not stand. It should be challenged and questioned and overthrown. And waking up to the long legacy of brutality of American history and subjugating the world's population has been something we wanted to challenge through music.
Everyone knows what Rage Against the Machine is about. I mean, is there really any doubt to this? Everyone knows, right? This is a political band that uses the art of music to challenge the establishment, Republican or Democrat, and represents the power the people of this country have, whether they know it or not. Yet it always strikes me when folks like this attend a Rage show and get big mad when they actually maybe listen to the lyrics and understand what the hell these political bands are discussing. Real life issues that affect everyday people like you and me. Miles Does Music captured a fellow concert goer who bravely turned his back when Rage opener Run the Jewels railed against police because, as we are well aware, cops target, brutalize, and execute citizens of this country at all hours of the day. It is a stunning video that Miles explains in another post.
But what really caught my attention was the fact that right in front of where we were seated, there was a group of guys that were very upset at everything that was being said by Run the Jewels and by Rage Against the Machine in regards to police brutality. One guy at one point actually got up and left the show. Then on top of all of that, that same group of dudes, when they started playing Killing in the Name of, are singing all the words, word for word.
Let's pause here. All right, now do me a favor. If you have never heard Killing in the Name of, and I don't know how you haven't, but if you haven't, pause this video, go play it, and then come back. Okay? The irony of these guys in front of Miles belting out these lyrics while proclaiming what they proclaim is mind-numbing stupidity. The bars from De La Roca and Rage are on your screen.
And I'm just like, really? Do you not get it? That, fine. If you're going to be critical of an artist and what they're saying on stage, you should probably take into account the stuff that they're saying in their songs as well.
At their show in Canada, Zach De La Rocha said, and the class of the wealthiest people on earth are getting behind some of the most vicious and hateful people on earth, and those people are attempting to rob so many of us of our rights, and mostly our sisters who are fighting to retain the right to control their own bodies. This was in Blues Fest, and saw Rage's De La Rocha deliver a powerful message in between songs. He also said, and if we don't stop them now, they're going to try to roll over and turn back the clocks to a time when segregation was legal. And let me tell you, if this comes as a surprise to you, you have not been paying attention to what is happening with the Supreme Court in the United States of America. De La Rocha then said, when discrimination was legal is what they're going to turn back the clocks to. When there were no rights for workers, no rights for children, no rights for the hungry, And the only way we could beat them is through solidarity. This was a brutally honest way of delivering their always brutally honest messages. Since they were in Canada, the board behind the group read messages that resonate. In Canada, Indigenous women and girls are 16 times more likely to be murdered or to disappear than white women are. The next one, settler colonialism is murder. The third, simply, 2 words, land back. This is a band that's been on the map since their self-titled album dropped in '92. They've been calling out the political failures of the elites for quite some time and have never looked back.
As long as you know, you have people in the Supreme Court who remain to try to pass their quote-unquote morality over the masses, I think it's wrong. And whether anyone agrees with abortion or not, it's wrong.